The tragedy of life is that things don't really start making sense until you look backward. But a lot of the times when we're in the moment, we don't really know where we're headed. We're lost and we fear the worst. That we're gonna stay where we're at, that we're wasting our time, that we're not gonna go anywhere in life and we're gonna be filled with regret. It's a very uncertain time and it's very unpleasant. And it makes a lot of sense. I mean, awakening in the reality of this life, in the fact that you're not taking anything with you in terms of what you achieve and what you accomplish, all your money, all your businesses, everything that you build in terms of material success, you're not taking with you. And awakening to this reality when so many people around you in life are just so locked in, this is the new word coming up, the hustle culture, the grind to achieve an outcome. And that's all that matters to them. And they go through their whole life trying to achieve that outcome. And when the time has gone, they realize that, now what? It didn't bring what I thought it would bring. They had this expectation that by achieving the success or the goal that they've had in mind, that it would just bring them a happily ever after and a life full of, security and self-worth. But the reality is far from that. And so awakening to that truth and actually now trying to live an intentful life, a purposeful life, one where you really focus on the journey, one where you're very detached from the outcome and you're doing what you do because it's important to you, way more important than a certain outcome that you're striving to achieve. And so being in this state where you detach from one world, from one reality that you've lived your whole life and nearly everyone around you is living, and trying to live into a new reality, one that is tailored to you, one that is special and unique to you. You're trying to take on a path that has never been taken before because it is specifically according to you. It is authentic to your true values, to what really matters to you, what is important to you. And so naturally, this is very uncertain. Naturally, this is very troubling. Naturally, you might feel like a failure. Naturally, people are going to question you all around you. Naturally, the people closest to you are telling you that you're wasting your life. But do not let this difficult phase, this uncertainty, make you miss frankly, the most important and maybe even the best time of your life. Because if you really commit to this, if you really commit to this journey of discovery and surrendering to whatever outcome happens, surrendering to whatever the path leads you, but at least it's a path that you've chosen authentically for yourself, you're gonna look back and realize that was the pivotal moment in your life, that period of loss, that period of uncertainty, that period of feeling like a failure where things aren't working out for you, where you don't know where you're going. If that point hadn't happened, you wouldn't have been where you wanted to be. But the problem is right now in this position, you don't see it. But really, over and over again, people are filled with regrets in their life at the end of their life. They talk about how they wish they lived a life true to themselves. They wish they didn't work as much as they did. They wish they didn't work so hard to try to prove their existence to the people around them, and wish they just expressed themselves more authentically. And we know that for a fact. And you're recognizing this truth, and you're going against the grain to pursuing something real, something meaningful to you, first of all, a life that you won't regret at the end of it. And so keep in mind that however things may feel in the moment, you're gonna look back in the future, you're gonna look back on this exact moment that you feel is very unpleasant and actually think that was the best thing that happened to you. And so having that in mind, reframe the position that you're in and actually try to find some enjoyment, some gratefulness, some faith, some appreciation for yourself for doing something so bold, so courageous, And most importantly, something that is so important to you as a person, which is the most important person in your life. And so give yourself some grace and realize that a lot of the times, the best moments of your life are the ones that you reflect back on, but not the ones that you experience in the moment. So don't let this pursuit of purpose rob you of this enjoyment.